Welcome to Innovate Presents Entrepreneurs in Tech. Today, we're delighted to have our guest, Dr. Samar Alghalebi, who is the head of sustainability at Gutmann ME Group. Dr. Samar, thank you for joining us today. And for our listeners who might not be familiar with you, can you please start by introducing yourself and provide us with some of your background and expertise before we dive into it? Thank you.
To say hi, good morning, good afternoon. I'm not sure what is the timing there between us, but I
In the
believe
US, good afternoon.
good afternoon. In my time, is good morning. It's almost
Yes.
1 a.m.
Ooh, good night
Yes,
and good morning.
good
Yes.
morning. Yes. This
Yes.
is me, Dr. Samar Alghalebi. I am, let's say, energy expert, especially on sustainability, let's say, educated or person who really want to enabling sustainability. I've been in the industry as academy-wise in the energy sector, like my master was in the energy management, my PhD was in energy management from the carbon emission side. Um, Sustainability is my passion. I was so lucky to be one of, let's say, first people who tried to believe on sustainability in Middle East the last 8 years. I was also lucky enough to have a lot of mentorship around me from the private sector, from the government sector. Currently, I am owning my own firm, which is Vist and Grow. Beside being a chair of sustainability for different, let's say, partner, I don't call them a client or a group, I call them the partners, because enabling sustainability or going to a business purpose, it's need the partners. Currently, I am surrounding with a visionary company, Gutmann ME, where it's a German-based company, but it's grow around the world, especially in the Middle East in the last 25 years. We try to enabling sustainability in one of the heavy industry construction. So yeah, this is a little bit about me in terms of the career. I like to go with the visionary people like you, Bob, who want to enabling
Thank you.
women, enabling
Yes,
community by
absolutely.
providing small steps, but it will be big in terms of impact. So thank you
As this,
again for hosting me here, Bob.
my pleasure, and it's an honor, obviously. Yes, and I'm a big advocate towards women in leadership, women in energy, in tech, in sustainability. Just anybody who's women, mostly women that who actually, I wouldn't want to use the word fight, but fighting to advance our society to make it a better place to live, bring awareness of all type of positive things in life that we need. Dr. Samar, what really got you started in this whole how should I path towards sustainability and energy? What was the I should say the tipping point? Was it because of your study, for your academics study, or because of your passion, something that you had, and you had the urge to say, you know what, I want to make the world a better place to live in?
Yeah. Actually, to answer your question, it's really a long, let's say, long path to know why I am doing this. Myself, I didn't know. You know, this kind of excitement moment when you read something or you do something and then you said, okay, I want to do this. But you don't know that moment, it's the things you want to do it unless with the time you figure out your why. So how I start this, as you said, it was a journey of I was done my let's say bachelor in international business management, and I'm a study girl. I like to study. I like to know things. So when I was trying to decide which kind of study I want to go, I was like, okay, I want to do this and this, and then I have traveled to Japan, Tokyo, and there I figured out the why, which is a funny story. I was past a place, and then I was wondering why it's called West Plant. What is West Plant? For me, it was like, what is West Plant? This is for my like for my first time to know there is a plants. First of all, I don't know this is electricity plants the way. I was zero information about energy. And the West, is it a place where we treat our West? And then I was like, start to read the story. So I read the historical story about West to energy plants in Tokyo. It's how is the Japanese people were suffering from managing their waste, and then it becoming an international problem for them. They cannot manage it. Everybody gets sick. Everybody, the city was in disaster. They couldn't. People was die because of the poisoning environment and the waste in their city. So I was like, really? And then how they do it? They said they learn how to manage their waste as a solution by burning it, by having the technology. So when I was like, really, they are learning from pain point and they transfer the problem to be a resource. And they becoming now more than 100 waste to energy plants. So this kind of people who create opportunities and possibilities make me awake. I was like, okay, if they can make all of this from nothing and they solve a problem and becoming a leader like Hitachi, their technology now is the first technology in terms of waste to energy. If we talk about the technology wise, how they do it by learning, by the pain. Like, so I was like, okay, and we are in Middle East and GCC, we have the raw material, we have the raw resource, but we couldn't scale it up. How is the way? So then I start like to discover the word of utilizing our material, how we go to the best option as an energy, and then also another scenario where you can just, I was like, read more and more about how the energy come, not just waste to energy, and I figure out there is a different resource, and as a customer, we have the option to choose what kind of energy we can have it. So it's a right. That's lead me to know what is my right as a sustainability, and I want to enabling people to understand their rights is not just finance, is not human rights. No, there is also another right, which is access to the clean water, access to the clean energy, all the SDGs goals development that we are targeting. So it's make me find my purpose by just the question myself, how these people do. So it was just matter about asking the question, and hopefully I can lead people to understand around them and ask themselves always the right question about.
Is that where the idea of starting your own firm and your own startup, Vest and Grow?
Actually, yes, Vest and Grow. I recently I was, this kind of, I'm a person who tried to enabling, as you have shared. I like to share what journey I am in a good way with others. So I was always like to be collaborate, partner, giving a value beside the value that I have it. But recently I started as a Vest and Grow. I believe that if you want to grow, you have to invest. That's why I call the name Vest and Grow. So investing is different. You can see ways. You can invest in time, invest in money, invest in partner, invest on research. So this is what I learned all the way by partner with people, learn from people. So this is the idea.
Amazing. And you were able, that's where you really came to the idea of blending AI with green energy.
Yes. I believe AI first, again, I will go to the why. AI, I believe, it's not a new topic or a new technology. It's been the last 10 years, but people, they didn't understand how to allocate it, or it's the same for, if you can link it with the sustainability. Sustainability is always there, but people didn't explain the purpose of it, or they didn't figure out the why. So now the AI, it's becoming more clear. What is the why? What is the application for it? So from machine learning, it's becoming really a tool where it should be every step in your organization, included the tech of AI. The same for sustainability. Yes. People know sustainability. We act and practice in our traditional way of how to do efficiency in different way, but we didn't understand it. It's a sustainability concept. Now sustainability becoming as a strategic wise, as everything. So for the AI, yes, everybody start, believe, and understand the why and the purpose for the AI. And if you talk about the green energy especially, let me recall the concept of green energy. Green energy meaning that we are maximizing our resource of having energy from different format like electricity or whatever is needed, using the natural resource, using less, let's say, carbon emission of this resource. And to enabling all of this, we have to do reduction, we have to do optimization, we have to do, let's say, management for the demand and the supply. So all this integrated, I cannot do it unless I have a concept of smart grid. And smart grid, you cannot go without AI. You cannot go without enabling a tool, which is a technology-wise, which is the AI. So AI, it's a must to create the deliverable for the green energy, whatever is the shape of it, wind, solar, hydrogen. And you can see, you can blog different example for each, how AI is important.
Dr. Samar, I want to talk about or mention your Green Sofa podcast. On the Green Sofa podcast, I watched a few episodes of yours. I was extremely intrigued. I love the message behind it and the Green Sofa, actually, into green living and sustainability. How do you cover the role of tech in sustainability?
Yeah. The story behind why I start this initiative. We are, as an expert, this is what I always visualizing the things. When we attend event, conference, I can see I meet the same people, the same, let's say, leaders, the same experts, and then we have to have this personal opinion and we want to share it, but we still have this, let's say, formality as an expert sharing the thoughts, the academia, the professionality wise, but we still all of us in one island. The other word, the community, the people who are not expert, the people who doesn't too much indeed in terms of sustainability in the other side. So I wanted to have this platform where like the expert can have the real talk with the simple, let's say, language to the people who are really enabling sustainability in their daily life. So I always want to have a place where it's cozy, you can share your thoughts, your understanding as an expert, let's say, in transportation, how you can understanding the sustainability, because sustainability for you, it could be supply chain only for other people. So this diversification of concept of sustainability or technology give, for me, a different understanding how we can deliver sustainability to the whole community who is not expert in sustainability. And to be honest, it's one of my reason at the end when I feel confident enough of understanding the different angle, I am looking to publish it as a thought book for every reader who want to know different angle of sustainability from different sector. That's why I would love, if you are here, to be next time different. I will be the moderator and then you will be my guest on
It'll
this.
be my honor. Definitely. Yes, for sure.
Thank you.
I want to be on that show, on the green couch. Absolutely. Podcast. Yes, on a sofa. Dr. Samar, we talked about the smart grid you just mentioned.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about the smart waste energy solution.
Yes.
How did that change your view on tech in waste to energy, turning waste to energy, which is, and I noticed that also the Middle East, especially the Gulf region, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Oman, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, they're really moving towards green energy and sustainability and all that, and turning waste to positive energy. Let's talk about that, please.
See, for me, circular economy, waste management is excitement topic because unfortunately we are GCC, let's say, a natural resource base. At the same time, we don't have the infrastructure to manage our waste in a way where we're living on recycle, because the abundance of resource we have it, we don't feel like in one day we will have this scarcity. So as an infrastructure for waste management in general, we don't have it yet, but we have a lot of current, let's say, initiatives especially when we talk about the industrial waste management, because we are in Saudi, like Jubail is the largest city in the whole world. And I can see and proudly a lot of, let's say, initiative, a lot of authorities come on the way, a lot of latest technology, how to do this stream of the industrial waste management to be back as a resource for the country. Like one of the initiatives, the tire recycling now, we are paying for people if each tire you're recycling is 10 riyal Saudi. And if we talk about a good example, you can see a different entity here in UAE. We have BIA, Sharjah, we have Tadweer, we have Oman Authority, we have Qatar. We have different initiatives. People start, as you shared early, like understand waste is wealth. This is in concept of the waste management, and I'm proudly, let's say, share this. Finally, the last 5 years, people realize this from our, let's say, leaders to the people who start believing on recycling, on both their waste as an individual, to these machines around the malls, around also the city. If we speak about waste to energy, you can see there is the first and the biggest waste to energy here, Arwarsan project in UAE. It's the second one after the Dubai one. So the energy mix, it's a target. So having energy resource from solar, from wind, from waste to energy, it's a security matter for the whole region. That's why we can see also another waste to energy coming on the way in Oman. Hopefully in Saudi will come. So people start aware, or government start confirm that we are able, and we will do it as one of our strategy. And you can see it in our strategy like 2023, 2050. It depends on the infrastructure of each country. For me personally, waste to energy, as I shared later, it's learned me that possibilities and opportunities come from every resource we have, and we cannot enabling this unless we have the right technology. So technology is the one who achieve the utilizing of these resources. And
Correct.
again, if we talk about the technology, you can see now the hydrogen. Why the hydrogen not too much, let's say, scale up in the level like the solar and waste to energy? Because technology-wise, still a lot of conversation how we make it commercialized. So always the challenge whether technology can is enabling you and scaling you up in a way you cannot stop, or it's still a challenge for you to adapt it. So waste to energy, why it's valid now in our region? Because we trust the technology can enabling us.
Well, always technology in the forefront and adapting technology, and what you did, AI with green energy. Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
And turning
100%.
yes, and that's what give you the capability to create from waste to energy.
No, it's really, as you said, it's enabling. You know, one of the case in Indonesia, waste to energy is one of their
Yes,
largest plants. Um, the efficiency of the plants in specific months, it was not the same, and everybody was wondering why the reason. Everybody was go to the technology side, everything perfect. They got to them, the teamwork is everything. The quality of the waste, they do different lab tests. Okay, there is different, but they didn't know. And then they do IoT system where they track from like collecting data concept based on the AI, how the waste journey from the user on the individual until it's reached to the burning stage. They figure out during the storage of the waste, it was opening and a lot of humidity, and you know Indonesia and Malaysia, they have always rainy season. They figure
correct.
out that in this particular month it's becoming the water and the rain. That's why the efficiency of burning this waste is wasn't right. So if we don't have this technology of IoT collecting data and testing different measures, we will not use the same efficiency. So efficiency, deliverable, the outcome from any like let's say product
Yeah.
manufacturing or even end product, it should align with the technology, because it's give you the answers of why I couldn't do it in this good way and why it's this way. So enabling any solution in our ecosystem, it should go with technology, it should go with AI, and 100% the power of data. And you cannot do data if you don't have the AI and technology
Yeah.
stream.
Who's the leading, you think, in the world? Who's the leading country, you think, that's really pushing towards more and more towards waste to energy
See,
and
as
actively doing it? Excuse me, and actively doing it.
see, as
If
a
you know,
fact,
just a random question. Yeah.
it's relying on, see, every country have their energy mix. Okay,
Correct.
like an example, here in we are in Saudi, we are relying on oil and gas more than the renewable resource. Maybe renewable resource is 1%. So each country, they have their own percentage on each. Like France, nuclear, they are relying too much on it. Let's say Japan, they have their energy mix high in waste energy, but also they have a nuclear. So each country they have, but if you their energy mix percentage, and it's updated every year, depend on
Yes.
the solar they added, the wind. Every country different. But if you ask me, as a technology wise, the Japanese people, they have good technology because they've been developing different years from their needs. As I told you, it's 25 years back. It was a challenge for them. But it depends also at the end of the day what kind of, let's say, environment, what is the end, what that you are target, the budget, but that the familiar technology I've been involved with it was the Japanese.
Got it. Dr. Samar, at the Gutmann ME Group,
Yes.
how are you using AI to boost green energy projects?
See, actually, this is lead me again to the to the um, to the part of the data. Gutmann ME is a leader in terms of aluminum system. Um, they have been involved with the Blueprint project around the world. You can name it. You have the latest project, the Royal Atlantis, the biggest hotel around the world. There is the stadium in Qatar. You have one of the Zaha Hadid key project. They have been
Yes.
part of it. So for them, to be honest, they are one of the bespoke aluminium, let's say, engineering. So doing this challenge projects, it's need that you be sure 100, not 100,000% that what material you will blog it on this project or the way it will be meeting the quality, meeting the safety, and sustain. Because we are talking about the towers, a high of things. So enabling this confident need a tool, and AI is one of the things we use it during the engineering, during the design, during the tracking the supplier, during delivering the project. So it's a blogging during even the ARP system, during the branches, because when you end up your measurement, your specification of this project, you cannot take back because you have a whole system, you have a lighting, you have let's say, a whole component of the building relying on one frame that you are drawing based on your numbers. So it's so sensitive in the construction industry, and it's at the same time it's a challenging. In the Middle East, there is no much cases, let's say, on the construction using AI, because unfortunately still we using the old money style or the old business style of the construction. But it's a really booming industry because we are developing a crazy project, especially we are talking about Saudi. So for Gutmann ME, they are using during their system, developing the design, delivering the project, to be sure that the data they are share it is 100% on the track as the whole project.
Dr. Samar, what is cool tech tools, or I would say AI methods, you've used for sustainability energy?
Okay. There is different example. But for me, always the tool of preventing protection, the things before it's happened. It's my fan. Um, there, solar panel. Always there is a challenge here in Middle East. Okay. The sand, the strewn sand is always there. So the efficiency of, of, of the solar panel itself, it's reducing. So one of the solution I really like it is the robotic cleaning.
Robotic cleaning?
Yes, for the solar. And it's not, you have a robotic cleaning every time to clean your solar park or your solar things, okay? But every time if you send this robotic the way of cleaning, it's costly also. It's a lot of energy. So to bring the right time, the right, let's say, maintenance time, you have to do this. You have to do production real-time monitoring system. So let's say I cannot send my robotic, let's say, things every 5 hours or every month or every one. This platform that relying on AI, it give you a daily report about which cell in the solar it's need to be clean and when, to that efficiency, to that level. So no need for you to send the cleaner of this robotics every 2 hours or 3 hours. No, they give you the specific. They give you exactly where the spot, because you don't just do randomly and wasting your time, the energy and everything. So this accurate data of the maintenance, saving a lot of money, saving a lot of energy, and keep the solar panel longer life.
Wow. How often, I mean, you know what? I don't mean to be ignorant. It's the first
Yeah.
time I heard you gotta actually, I mean, everything you need to clean in life. But I didn't know that's really required to clean the solar panels. Now, is it the same
Actually,
thing that you have on top of your home or also in the fields? The same thing,
yes, usually if you talk about the solar project like you have here in UAE, the biggest solar park, this
probably in the
is
world.
yes, in the world, and you cannot ignore that if you not be sure, because sorry, you have a lot of things can decrease the efficiency of the panels, and then when you
Correct.
decrease the efficiency of the panel, you have to replace it. When you replace it, meaning you're generating waste, and then the waste, to manage this kind of waste, it's a hazard waste, by the way. So you are again having a closed loop that you don't save the earth, you are creating another problem. So you have to be sure about the maintenance system, you have it, and you have to be sure when you replace it, you have a plan. This is the challenge, by the way, and we have the first now
Could be
testing.
recycled instead of be thrown
Recycle,
away as waste.
recycle, yes,
Yes.
because unfortunately,
Refurbished. Yes.
yes, unfortunately, the case of this panel, they send it to Africa. Can you imagine?
Why?
Because it's a poisoning material at the end of the day of the panel. So if you don't have a proper way of extract the poisoning material and recycle it, people prefer to do the unethical things and send it to a places where they do it as a different things. But here in Dubai, the great things will have the first waste plant, which is specialist for the panel, because a lot of project now is blooming, but when we replace, especially if you aware about the latest storm happening in Dubai a few months back,
Yes, I heard about it. Yes, the
it
rain and
was,
yes, yes.
yeah,
They got
and
flooded. The whole city got flooded,
yes, and unfortunately a lot of panels was
destroyed.
destroyed, and we have to replace it. So the maintenance of the solar is one, by the way, before you get approval about doing the solar park, let's say, or solar in your corporate, or solar especially there is a specific size of project, you have to be sure you have the plan how you will maintain it, because you have the waste, you
Sure.
have, yes, the weather affecting, you have, if some of panels is not working, you have different things. So that's why always for me, when people talk about technology and sustainability, especially in the energy, I always reply, they said, which technology you are recommended or which platform you are recommended. I say, see, it's simple answer. At the same time, you have to be smart enough to understand the life circle for each technology you have it. You have to understand how much it costs you to build it, how much costs you to maintenance, how much costs you to disposal.
Yes.
Not just
Yes.
in terms of cost as a money, environmentally, time, also as a community. It will take our culture, it will take our wealth as a health. So it's a
Yes.
lot of indicator we have to understand it. So allocating the right technology is 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 a, let's say, a real talk to our needs. Do we need it? Okay, yes. Is matching our resource? Yes. It's meeting our security as a country? Yes. So this talk, it should be clear. That's why when you mention about the technology, yes, technology, it's a topic that should be integrated with your need and your resource.
Dr. Samar, just curious, how many panels in that panel park that solar park or solar panel park in Dubai? How many there? It's the biggest in the world.
Yes, see, Taqa and the other Masdar city, they have, we have different size of it, but as a city, DIWA, it's the authority of
Yeah.
electricity. Now it try to figure out a way how to give more credit to the people because people hungry, but the space and the grid is not handle it. And we are here in GCC. We don't have a off grid system. You have to be connected always to the government grid. So if you ask me how much, it's really too much, but the country try to expand different solution, how to do it at the same time, not disconnected the people from the grid, because at the end
Well,
it's security. It needs to be always connected with
you
the
know, you
grid
you
of the
mentioned
government.
something earlier in the conversation. You said data is extremely important. Everything we do, it's all based on data. And I know data centers, they require a lot of energy. A lot of energy.
Yeah, data
Yes.
center. Yes, data center. By the way, we
Yeah.
have here called khazna. Okay,
Yes.
and it's a really really bob. You when you come, I would
The,
love
we
you
call
to
it the
come.
vault. You mean the vault, correct?
Khazna. It's called
Yeah.
khazi.
Yeah,
Yes,
which is the vault in
yes.
English, I think. Yes.
It's a data center, and I
Yeah.
want you to come and see how is the good example having a sustainability data center,
Wow.
where
Amazing.
we allocate uh, all the energy from a green energy. One, the way how storage the data is, they're using AI to track smart enough how to use less space. For me, I'm not a data, let's say, expert, but the way how they minimize using unnecessary data in their center is an example. And I would love, as I said, if you come here, to understand how is this project utilizing, reducing the energy. Energy is not just the resource, by the way, the operation way of managing of this data center. So it's a mindset how you want to do
Wow.
your work efficient. Resource as the electricity for energy is one side, is like 20% of your work. But the others is when the technology come, when the AI come to achieve the 100% of efficiency of your work.
I must assume probably the government of Dubai investing massive amount of money into such projects because they do believe in the future and they know that sustainability and green energy it is the way to go. You
It's a,
know.
it's a leadership, as you said.
Yes.
It's a leadership, and
Yes.
lucky enough
Yes.
in Dubai and UAE, and it's the example. I'm not sure if it's not just in GCC, but GCC, the example, our example is always UAE, how they are aggressive in terms of, yes, I will do it. The first things, the blueprint project. And I believe all the world see this kind of examples.
Amazing. Um, can you share tech-driven projects that made real impact on reducing carbon?
Okay, as I shared, decarbonization, let's talk. Decarbonization, it could start from small product to big organization. Technology enabling reducing this decarbonization, I can start it from the concept of supply chain. Supply chain to build a product, it's a journey. If your raw material coming from, let's say, India, China, US, to do manufacturing here in UAE to support the local, let's say, industry, but you are generating this kind of CO2 emission or journey on this. Here, the things that I really recently noticed, they are enabling the concept of made in UAE, not just as a product where it's made in UAE. No, they want to be sure they have less carbon emission when you're manufacturing.
Correct.
Then they blog all the technology where they can help you to figure out what is the materials that you can find it here through a platform called, and it's a friend. I would love to recommend with the time to interview her. She's an entrepreneur mind and she's amazing.
What's her name?
Create a platform
Yeah.
where you are as a SMEs or you are a startup or even a big company. You go, you put your product and you do what is the resource, main resource that you are using. And then through the platform, she give you different option about shipment from resource, what is the nearest spot resource to you, and what is the fastest and the cheapest. So different criteria to enabling you. And at the end, it give you this platform, how much calculation in terms of carbon emission you
Wow.
will reduce in scenario A. In scenario P, you will do this. So then as a business owner or as a product developer or even as an organization, you have the option. And even you can track, okay, in first year, I cannot replace the resource and the material to be internally because I will not have, let's say, a revenue, stable revenue on this. But I will invest next year to you go with this. So this AI-driven filter data concept by gathering for you, let's say, the whole world in one platform supplier, and it's a crazy, it's amazing, and it's not that. It's also meeting the standard of worldwide, certifying each supplier, each one is a green supplier or no. So it's this managing AI driven. Just you bought one things and then he built for you a whole shipment port ecosystem. This is
Wow.
for
So
me
this is
amazing.
the direction right now where if you want to manufacture, have a factory, and you have to be in compliance with everything, and the data, the results,
Yes,
and the study have to comply.
yes, we
Amazing.
try to push. The decarbonization people always imagine we have to have a technology, we have to do replacing a whole system. Uh, no, it could be offsetting through your supply chain, through your people who you are. You can enabling them by buy from them or by invest on them. So this kind of
It's
clear
pretty
data.
much creating an
Yes,
use.
yes, it's give you
Yes.
a beyond your product. It give you,
Yes.
you know, why I like really AI because AI always for me like an umbrella, the helicopter concept. I can see
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
I can
Yes.
see everything from the top. Then I will have clear vision where I should stand myself in.
And do you think this is some of the challenges that some of the businesses facing going green?
100%. as a big organization, they are facing a problem because it's a culture built the last, especially we talk about group company or
Yes.
family businesses. And then if you have, this is what I always tell everybody, sometimes the vision is there, the people who want to do the green investment, the green transition is there, but how to plug it to your ecosystem, how to bring it to the senior leadership, to the directors, to the people, because all of us, we don't have the same beliefs. And the opposite, sometimes, Bob, it's starting, the vision is from here, but the leadership, they don't have it. But what I really notice, always the leadership, they have the vision to do it, but to blog it to a practice, to investment, it's always a challenge. And always I am not saying it's one side. I always say in terms of green transition or sustainability transition, it's two sides. Sometimes as an expert or a people who have the know-how or the green investment, let's say, map, they don't give the language of the other side. They
Yeah.
don't give the number to make it visible. So making sustainability or green investment visible, it's starting from the expert or the product owner or the business owner for this green investment. If you cannot make it visible for me by meeting the needs, the number, the resource, for sure you cannot enable it in the organization easily. So to make it really easy for the other people who are not expert, don't imagine that everybody will want to have a free carbon product. No, you have to give him the why. Tell him, I am doing this because in the future you will not have the same resource, so you cannot give them the why as a business wise and also as a human.
Yes.
Let's follow the ESG concept. Unfortunately, a lot of conversation we talk about green investment, they don't use the real talk, link it with the expert things. But is it going to go here? Yes, 100%. A lot of family offices start investment in green investment, starting from energy to agriculture. You can see a lot of Sharjah itself this year invest around $41 billion just to have on the agriculture and food security.
41 billion. 41
Yes,
billion.
yes,
Wow. With a B.
to the food security because they know green investment should be there as a security matter for the international. Around the world, we can see a lot of banks start have, I believe if you are in the finance, we have this Islamic sukuk. It is the first time to do Islamic sukuk, which is to the green finance, green project. So people start believing on it, start put it in the Middle East. So
Amazing.
enabling it, yes, take steps, but people, to be honest, on the way.
Dr. Samar, what is the most exciting, I would say, tech innovation you've seen for cutting carbon footprints?
Um, as I said, this is one of the platform I really like
Yeah.
it, which is cutting, give you a evaluation about the resource and the project.
Hmm.
There is actually many of okay. There is in the manufacturing one of the cutting edge, the reducing the carbon emission. It
Yes.
was in the food beverage industry. Al Marari company is one of the leaders, Saudi, and in the group who's doing this kind of, let's say, milk and this dairy product. And one of the challenge is how to be on the time delivering this every day without any waste in terms of this. And this waste, it has a lot of time when they uploading the product, where they have to do, and all of this. So they come up with this, let's say, tracking system where you know exactly, like the truck, it's drive itself with the whole packaging of the products in the early morning, when it's already on the shipment, it's give you this notification like directly on this moment, on these things, it's already uploaded, and it will take this. So the online, on the on time and the online tracking system of just uploading or taking or collecting the product from the stage area save them a lot of not just waiting. This driver has to go there, the other driver has to do this, managing how to uploading or how to collecting the product on the first hour. They reduce maybe 20% of their emissions just waiting and using the waiting fuel gas of this truck. So this small step, why I always go to small example, because people don't believe that is not big things you have to invest, it's not big money. Sometimes process wise, if you start from first step before the second step, it saves you a lot of emission.
Yes,
So for
you're
them,
right.
having this notification that it's done, the next it's come, they have efficiency of 20% almost.
Wow. Any tips for using AI in sustainability for those who are starting out?
See, there is an idiom in Arabic. They said, "ما يصح إلا الصحيح," meaning at the end, the right things will come, whatever is the time take. So if you are a SMEs or if you are a new organization, you want to invest in a new company,
Yes.
start it right. Start it in the things that whatever you will resist it, whatever you think you don't need it, you will reach a stage when you said, I need it. So start it right is the right tips. It's simple. And no need, as
So
I
start
said,
it
to
on the
start
right
it
foot,
big.
as they say.
Yeah,
Start
no
on the
need to
right,
start it.
yes.
Yes, no need to start it big. Have a real
Yes.
talk with your team, with your organization, and this is always what I am repeating it. And thanks to
Yes.
my friend, she learned me this. She said, Doctor, always Viviana. She said, always ask the right question. So asking the right question, we know what is the need, and then we enabling AI, we enabling talent, we enabling sustainability, we can figure out the resource that we have it as a government, as a people. So start it right.
Dr. Samar, looking back at your journey, what's your top advice for young entrepreneurs? You are an entrepreneur. You're a doctor and and an entrepreneur. So, an advice from you definitely needed, and it's absolutely.
See, I can take it from. The advice is come from failure side.
Always,
I
always,
wanted to,
always.
yes,
Failure is learning. We all know that.
yes.
Failure is
So
absolute learning. It's
yes,
not, yes.
to get it successfully, it's easy to say, do it like this. This is the structure. But advising, see, I have my experience. As I told you, I try to do things always with sustainability. So one of the polluting, let's say, industry was listed is fashion. So when I was wanted to start a fashion industry in the fashion, I wanted to have a sustainability material. That's why I went to Indonesia. I spent a quiet time to do it, and I was in the stage to launch this brand, but I have a lot of doubt. Then I figure out like the same supplier, the same company, I was with them there. They are now one of the biggest brand in the Middle East. And I was in the same supplier. So for me, what is my advice to any entrepreneur? Be commitment. Don't be scared to do, even if you feel like no, it's not gonna be okay. It's okay. Even it's not okay, you will learn this is not the right things. But be commitment. You have to be commitment and learn to collaborate with people. Learn to listen. Listen is a skill that you need it as an entrepreneur, but not take it reflecting to you, but listen. and be commitment. This is really my
So
advice.
amazing. Be committed and listen.
Listen.
Absolutely. Yes. Always listen. Yes. Amazing advice from Dr. Samara. She knows best. Uh,
Humble
Dr.
opinion.
Samara. Yes. Dr. Samara, any future goals for you and for your ventures that coming up that we should be on the lookout for in the next month or so or before the end of 2024?
Yes, I have short list. Let's say a long list. I hope one of the short list we can meet you soon, and
There'll
we
be an
can
honor.
do.
Definitely, I'll make that happen. We're going to make that happen.
Yes, and we make some activities together to enabling people who want to have a real talk like what we have today.
Absolutely. Absolutely, for sure.
Yes, as a future, I really want to be. One of the things is challenge is how to executing, how to implement it sustainability. So my target and my future is to make sustainability visible in terms of visibility in your organization through using digital tools, which is for sure 100% the AI, which is currently me and my team try to develop a platform where you can track your practice and assessment. So every year you have not just is your report, no, it's about how to do this as a tracking system on your visibility for the sustainability. So for me, my target by the end of this year, having this AI tool where I am implementing all the sustainability and tracking your performance as an organization, as an individual, and also what size of country is.
Okay. Okay. The size of the country. Amazing. Dr. Samara, it was an honor to have you on the show today on Entrepreneurs in Tech. Extremely insightful and not just technical, very scientific. I feel a little smarter today, actually. It's like I had a graduation certificate by Dr. Samara today under
No,
Entrepreneurs in Tech.
it's
Yes, much smarter today. So much information. I'm telling
no,
you.
it's really
Yes.
my honor. I am too much to the commercial. I'm not too much to the technical, and I would love. This is I should.
I learned. You taught me so much today. I learned a lot. I tell you, I feel, I would say 40% smarter today when it comes to sustainability, green energy, and how to mix and blend AI into it. A lot of things I didn't know, but now I could give a speak on it. Well, not too.
Amazing,
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. I can't give a speak on it. But
amazing.
definitely, thank you for coming on
My pleasure,
to
my
Entrepreneurs
pleasure,
in Tech. It was definitely an
my
honor,
pleasure.
and I'm sure our viewers and fans and people who follow us, they'll be extremely beneficial from this interview.
Amazing,
Definitely. Yes, well,
amazing.
I want to say thank you and be sure to follow us and connect with us on
My
social
pleasure,
media.
my
Until
pleasure.
next time, keep innovating and stay curious, think out of the box, and think green energy like Dr. Samara does. Green energy is
Amazing,
the future. Absolutely. And
amazing.
sustainability.
If you allowed me, I want to invite you, which is something exclusive, as you said. Me and our partner is one of the business center here in Dubai. We are launching a community which is called Qada. It's in Arabic, Qada meaning in English leadership and innovation. And because you are one of the people who want to enabling innovation through leadership, I
Yes.
really would love to you one of our board member on this, where we enabling exclusively the people who want to do a leadership, who want to manage their projects as a finance and everything in the innovation and leadership. And I would love you to be one of our board director in terms of the whole world on this community.
Wow. I never got a live invitation on Entrepreneurs in Tech. This is for
That's
everybody to see.
the
So
way
this
I
is the
need to make
first.
it live. I need to
Well, you
make
know
it live
what?
and
I had,
exclusive for you.
yes, you know what? Then I have nothing else to say, but accept it with an honor. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Absolutely.
My pleasure.
Yes.
Thank you for you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to share. Innovate presents Entrepreneurs in Tech podcast. And if you're joining us on YouTube, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.